Look at that. W production, microphones muted on OBS. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Veriphy podcast. It has been a fat minute since I have had an episode of this. It's been about probably close to, I'd say probably a year and a half. You know what? Just for the vibes, I'm going to keep the music in the background. We're going to turn it down just a little bit. There we go. What kind of music you guys want to listen to, as long as it's copyright free, because, you know, I need to save this VOD. Yeah, let's do some EDM in the background. Oh, crap. We got to make it like it's Call of Duty here. Hold on. Oh, no. I messed it up. W production. But in any case, if you guys haven't seen here, we're joined by Rocky and Crunch, also known as Crunchify. He is Rocky over here is a content creator under the Veriphy brand, and obviously Crunchify, the big man on campus over at Atlantis Esports, as well as the commissioner of the XP League. So give both these guys a chance to introduce themselves while I'm fixing production quality stuff. Freaking mint. So yeah, if Rocky, you want to take it away, just kind of let the people know a little bit about yourself and kind of go from there. I also got to unmute the desktop audio so now they can hear you. Look at that. W production.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Hey, Siri, turn on the sun, please. Let there be light.
Nice. Love it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and people of the internet. My name is Rocky number 7, or VG Rocky, with that O being replaced by 7. I am a content creator for Veriphy, under the big man, Big U. My biggest thing is you probably see me playing Pokemon, breaking the fourth wall, is rage quitting, and I'm a big player of Call of Duty, Battlefield, MLB The Show, EA Sports College Football. The biggest thing is Pokemon. So if you've seen my Pokemon videos or you've seen my meme YouTube shorts, it was probably me all along.
There you go. Hell yeah. How do you liking the new Pokemon so far, by the way?
I actually like the new Pokemon. I see a lot of people kind of like said, oh, it's too much, you know, like Legends Arceus, but it's like, it's supposed to be a tie over to X and Y, which there's a lot of loose ends. But I kind of like the gameplay, kind of gave me Arceus vibes, but it also kept true to like finishing up the story from Pokemon X and Pokemon Y for those who never tied in everything to that.
Oh, gotcha.
Also the Mega Evolutions in that game are pretty awesome. Like, they tied in a few more Mega Evolved Pokemon. I liked it.
Oh, dope. Oh, guys, you want to know something funny? I totally forgot why you had a 30-second delay on this, because it's my casting setup. Yo! Let's go, baby. W production in the chat, man. Oh, my God. So my chat's gonna be tough. Dude, Crunch, are you happy? I'm a caster in the league that you are a commissioner of, bro. Look at that. Isn't that an amazing thing? For the record, by the way, chat, I do be, you know, we got a love-hate relationship over here, but you know, it's all love, just like Bob Marley, one love. But no, if you want to introduce yourself and let the people know who you are in case they don't.
Yeah, cool.
What's going on,
go ahead.
chat? I am Crunch. I am the founder and owner of Atlantis Esports, and I'm also the main man, the commissioner over on the XP League, for those of you who do compete in the Call of Duty scene. And yeah, I was forced out of my own will to be here. I really was forced. I was told if I didn't come on the show that I was going to be just killed, and I said, okay, I'll be here.
Hell yeah. Totally not a gunpoint. Totally, like, it wasn't, you know, nothing like that. It was just forceful suggestions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, also like the light box, by the way.
Oh yeah, light box there, thunder and lightning. That's what I call it, because it is a cloud and it is a lightning bolt. So why not?
Hey man, keep it simple. Keep it simple. But yeah, no. So like I said, we're gonna be talking about some stuff today. So to kind of give you guys a little bit of the rundown of what it's gonna look like for the most part. Obviously, it's not like a strict itinerary. This is a ragtag effort, as you can clearly tell by the first 10 minutes or whatever of this podcast. But basically what we're going to be doing is, since we got Crunch here, we're going to be talking about the XP League, as well as Roster Mania, like Call of Duty Challengers, you know, stuff like that. So that way we'll be able to go ahead and talk about that stuff, and then we're gonna do a couple of ad reads throughout the process. You know. Oh, you want to say hi, Garrus? Okay, my son's saying hi. You can probably see his head right now. But yeah, well, hey, you want to go on your tablet real quick? Okay. I got him distracted with chicken nuggets and a tablet, so don't mind me, by the way. But also let me know how the music is and everything. This, like I said, this is the first episode, so it's going to take some fine-tuning. But yeah, we're going to talk about Roster Mania, Challengers, XP League, what we got going on for BO7. And then after that, it's kind of a crapshoot. We're probably going to talk about football, baseball, movies, TVs, video games, kind of whatever. Whatever happens. So, oh no, we lost Rocky. Oh no, everything's just falling apart. But yeah, real quick, while we're getting him back in the server here, let's see here. Oh my God, Crunch, how you doing, man? While we're figuring things out.
Doing good, man. I'm here, and that's what matters the most, is that I am here.
Hell yeah, we're about to get Rocky back in here because his audio's all scuffed. I think he's gonna probably move to his PC because I know he was talking about doing that before. Oh, also, while we're here, just because we're gonna be talking about stuff and kind of killing some time while Rocky gets back, how did the BO6 season go for the XP League overall, in your opinion? I know that you kind of were the baby commissioner, so to speak, under Trig for either the entirety of the season or was it the entirety of the season or was it the last season of BO6? Like, because I honestly can't remember.
Oh yeah, so it was season 4 is when I became a commissioner with Trig. So that was that first season to where it was that. But I mostly was taking the reins at that point. He was kind of just like supervising in a way. But then after that 5th season, I fully took over after that, and then just finished it on a bang.
There you go. So
I went.
How did you like being a commissioner?
Oh, I love it.
I like it.
I love everything about it.
Heck yeah.
I love being in charge, and I love not necessarily being in charge, but I love being able to make a difference and be able to like know what a lot of the players are thinking, and like I don't know. I love it so much to the point where I know I can make a difference, and I want to make the scene a better place. So that is what my goals are and what I strive to do.
Hell yeah. Now, you haven't really done anything yet for being able to get like you haven't done anything on the XP league level. Like, obviously you announced in the Discord, but you guys haven't had like an official live stream yet, kind of detailing the new changes, if there are any, like stuff like that, right?
As of right now, going into BO7, no, there has not been a live stream yet. So what we're doing, but it has been announced in the Discord. If those of you are in the server, you can definitely check it out. It is in the announcements tab. But other than that, nothing big yet. The next live stream we're going to be doing on the XP channel is when we do the live pool draw for every group that's going to get their teams.
Hell yeah. No, I'm excited to announce, too, that Veriphy as an organization, we actually sponsored as, what was it called? Like, just the season partner, I think it was technically, for all of BO6, and we're going to be resuming that, too. So we're going to have, shout out the boys from VG White. So that's Priz, AO, Denial, and Solo. So they're going to be coming back. And also, too, to kind of give them a little bit of a little feather in their cap, they're actually going to be the first time in Veriphy's history of competing in online leagues that it is going to be their 3rd season for across 2 titles under the Veriphy brand without having a roster change. So all 4 of those guys sticking together for 3 seasons now. Like, they played season 3, season 4 of BO6, and they're going to be playing season 1 for sure of BO7. So I just want to shout out the homies from VG White, because it's kind of rare, like, as we're going to talk about later with Roster Mania, it gets rough when it comes to rosters, you know, especially in the CDLC or like in the Challengers, you know, lower scene, because like we were just talking before we started, there's officially 2 levels of play when it comes to Call of Duty, but there's like a total of 3 is what I like to call it. So like on the very bottom, you have your online leagues or like your online only stuff, like the tournament websites, like used to be Game Battles, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But you have those game host, like the websites, as well as you have your online leagues. So like obviously you have the XP League, which I consider personally, not trying to, I'm not sugarcoating or, being a brown nose or anything like that. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like the XP League's probably the biggest, I would say, out of all the online leagues that exist out there. And then you have others, So like you have the XP League, or obviously you have the ZGL, the EWGL, the Redline COD League, the COD Rec League. Like there's a dime a dozen online COD leagues. So obviously kind of having the feather in the cap of saying that you're the biggest one is pretty dope, I would say. I mean, unofficially. I mean, I don't know, do you consider the XP League to be the biggest, or?
Without sounding biased, I mean, I would say we're in the top 3, like you said. I mean, it's us, CGL, and the EWGL. We're the top 3, like, biggest organizers when it comes to online leagues. So I would say that for sure, 100%.
Hell yeah, that's a diplomatic way to go about it, Commissioner. Top 3. I love it. I love it, love it. But no, but yeah, so like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on. You're going to see my son, by the way. This is Garrus. You can see where my finger is. I said his name. He's going to take, oh God, he's going to come over here. Oh, hi. You want to say hi? He's eating these right now. He's getting some sugar in them. The Haribo Unicornlicious gummies, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of giving it to him every once in a while just because he's finally kind of calming down a little bit. But you're going to see him going up and down on the couch constantly if you're a viewer. So have fun with that knowledge. But yeah, but real quick, even though they're not official sponsors, they're just affiliates. And if you want to talk about this later, we could talk about the difference between an affiliate program and a sponsorship. But either way, I just want to shout out, obviously, there's the, right there, Scuffed, sponsors right above me. We have Ink 3D Studio, so we actually have a store through them. So if you guys are interested in supporting the organization, we have as of right now, we have some 3D printed keychains and some light boxes. They're both relatively inexpensive. So if you want to support the brand, show some love, get yourself some cool merch. Obviously, Ink 3D Studio. Use code Veriphy for 10% off your purchase, Whistle. That's pretty dope. We also have a store through Exclaim. And so if you guys aren't familiar with Exclaim, they're a apparel provider. And we have a store through them. So obviously be sure to check out the store if you want to support the org as well. Get yourself some cool merch. Right now we're heading into winter, so we got some pom-pom beanies and other kinds of hats on there. Also got a couple of coffee mugs. Even a shot glass if you're a whiskey guy. Shout out Harambe, because I got a shot glass that literally says RIP my boy Harambe that I got on there. And I think one person purchased one. So whoever you are out there in the world, you're a real one, respecting Harambe's name. RIP. But obviously, then we have Rogue Energy. Not a direct sponsor, but they're an affiliate sponsor. If you guys want to go to Rogue Energy's website, check out their stuff. Honestly, great products, and personally my favorite brand, and the longest brand that's been a part of the org in terms of supporting us. So be sure to use code Verify again for 10% off your purchase. Linktr.com or our link tree is in our description here on Twitch. So obviously, check us out, check them out, go from there. My son's jumping off the couch. But no, so real quick, just because I want to kind of get into the nitty gritty, is there anything you want to spoil? Like, is there anything about BO7 for XP that you haven't leaked yet, Crunch? Or do you want this to, if there is anything, do you want this to be the first place you want to leak it?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. Actually, I guess I haven't really said it. I've only told a certain amount of people, but I guess the biggest thing that us as the XP that we're gonna do for BO7 is there is going to be an XP BO7 LAN.
Oh,
I will say that there is gonna be one. I can't tell you when because we don't know when, but that is something that has been in the works now for the last month and a half.
Oh, hell yeah, that's what's up. I know that obviously running a LAN is a little bit different ball game than just doing stuff online, but have you guys thought about like what city you're going to be looking to go to? I know that obviously there's some pretty traditional cities, like obviously you got Columbus, you got Dallas, you got Vegas, stuff like that. Do you guys know what city you're going to be going to for sure yet, or is it still kind of up in the air?
We have the region mostly locked down to where we're gonna be at, and we're taking it away from the East Coast. We're taking it away from the West Coast.
Okay.
We're going to end up being somewhere in the Midwest. So that is somewhere where we're planning. The couple of states that we're looking at somewhere in Illinois. So Chicago is one of the destinations. A second location we're looking at is somewhere in Missouri. So
Okay.
those are our top two locations to what we're looking at. So we'll go from there and see what's going to be the best way to go.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I was gonna say if you guys, you said that obviously no West Coast, but I was thinking how cool it would be to do Anaheim for an announcement. I know that MLG Anaheim was really freaking hype back in the day, so that would definitely be something that would be pretty dope. But Chicago, personally, for me, I wouldn't mind because, like, honest to God, anything that I can get for a LAN in either Ohio or Illinois is pretty cash money, just because being from Upper Michigan, you are so far away from everything, it's not even funny. Like, just for me, like, I was looking at possibly going to DreamHack Dallas, and I looked at the, like, how long distance it was going to be for one way to drive, because, I like flying, but, I'm a big dude, and some airlines make you, like, you have to pay for 2 seats, and I just don't want to do that. So I'd rather just, drive, but I think it was like 15 to 20 hours one way for me to drive to Dallas. And I was like, bro, I'm going to have to take off the whole freaking week just to drive for literally 2 to 3 days. So, no, it'd be pretty dope, though, for Missouri. It's kind of what city in Missouri, if you guys were to do that, would you think?
I do not know yet in Missouri. Missouri, I do not know yet.
I mean,
Hello.
Hey, there he is. He's back. Look at that. I got to fix your camera here, so I'm going to do that real quick. But no, I mean,
Sounds good.
dude, I'm not going to lie. St. Louis? Get some
I think St. Louis is an option for sure.
Get some St. Louis ribs or barbecue, or isn't St. Louis
Get some
known
Saint
for,
Lunatics.
Isn't St. Louis known for barbecue in some way?
Kansas City is mostly, but it's like St. Louis is there.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I gotta mute you on there too. There we go. Huh. Yeah, no, I just like food. Like, give me.
Yes, you do.
Give me some food, man. That's all I want. But no, so I mean, that's dope though, that you guys are gonna be having your own LAN. I mean, you really can't. Like, I know that a lot of these other online leagues, it's kind of like the main rush right now for stuff, because I know that I know Premier Circuit obviously has kind of had the gambit on amateur local LANs that, they got that going on. I know there was a tournament hoster in Florida, but I keep hearing things go south with that tournament hoster that I can't remember their name, and it's probably a good thing I don't say their name. It's like the boogeyman. It might come to haunt me. I don't know.
Or Joe Hendry.
Or Joe Henry. Do you know who I'm talking? Like, do you know the organization I'm talking about by chance, Crunch, or no?
About Urgent Fury?
Oh no! No, I'm just kidding. But no, I heard some stuff about Urgent
Another
Fury. So I heard that, like, apparently they owe people money or whatever. I was actually gonna go to a LAN, but obviously it's Florida. That's further. So, but no, I mean, dude, that'd be pretty dope though for St. Louis. I would like that. Definitely. If you need a caster,
Yooper.
Free room and board.
Sounds. We probably won't know more details on it till like sometime next year.
No, and that's valid, because I mean, the main freaking COD season doesn't really start until, like, what, after Christmas? Like,
It starts earlier than that.
Oh, does it? Well, I know that they do stuff in December, but, like, all of the LANs and everything are after
How
the
about
holidays.
lands? I think it's after like New Year's.
Yeah. Oh, what did you think about Overload? Have you seen the announcement video, or like the video that went out about the new season and stuff?
I have.
What do you think of Overload?
I have. I think just not as like a bunch of organizers, right, in like what we do, but I think a lot of the players are really excited for the fact that Control is no longer in the picture.
Yeah.
So I do think Overload is going to be a longer game mode than Control, but I think it's going to be a lot more. What's the word I want to use? I want to say it's going to be a lot more competitive instead of getting spawn traps and.
Yeah. Did you just mute yourself? Dude, this No, there you are. I think I lost you, Crunch. Oh no. This is great. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh no. I think I just lost everything. Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, my stuff's getting scuffed now. Yo, dude, what's going on, man? Like my stuff's getting scuffed. I'm over
I don't know, bro.
here, like, bruh, man. This is a great beginning of a podcast. I appreciate everybody being
I
here.
don't know. I don't know what's going on. I lost connection. I don't know what's going on.
And now we're good. Look at that. Should we go to TeamSpeak for next one?
TeamSpeak.
Should we use Skype?
Oh,
Should we use AOL Instant Messenger?
Oh hell yeah! We got to get the dial-up sounds and everything too.
Jesus, man, I feel like an old fart just mentioned that and I'm probably older than both of y'all.
The freaking like that grinding sound. Oh man. See, I was just out of my age range, like, but I do remember, like, I used to play RuneScape when I was 5, and like in 2002, 2003, and I remember one time when I was playing online, my connection really got crappy when my brother Tyler picked up the phone to like call somebody, and that was pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie, that was not cash money to say the least. But like talking about the Overload stuff though, like the one thing that really made me nervous about Overload for the new title or for the new like game mode is when I was playing Overload on certain maps, I was getting so screwed up in the spawn, it wasn't even funny. So like obviously we don't have the full map set, you know, when we were playing the beta, but definitely got to figure out like a way to, you know, kind of like Control or, you know, whatever, where it's like you have certain, like you can't go fully forward, you know what I mean? Like just so that way you don't get messed up in spawn or something like that, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
Cause that was brutal in the beta. Like I was definitely losing my ever-loving mind. Cause there was one time where I got spawn trapped so hard that I didn't move for almost a minute and a half, or whatever. I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. But I'm just happy Control's gone. I think Control is such a bogus game mode, dude. Like that's probably the one that I hated casting the most, because especially because if you have two teams. Because with the XP, you guys do a pool draft. Like, you don't necessarily figure out who's what in terms of skills. So, like, if you happen to get a bum-ass pickup team, and then all of a sudden you get, like, freaking Omid Academy in the same freaking team, like, in the same pool, like, trying to cast that, it's just brutal. Especially, like, on, what was it? Vault Control blew me away, you know, like when you get spawn trapped when you're on the attacking side, freaking brutal. And Protocol Control is probably the other one that drove me nuts too, because you would get spawn trapped all the way in the back map, and it's like, oh, you know, just like my dad always said, just because you put lipstick on an old pig, you still got an old pig, you know what I mean? Can't really dress that up at all. But
why would you dress an old pig and put on lipstick on that? Like, why?
Hey man, some of those old adages, it's like I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. You ever heard that one before?
I have, but I have also heard of two bald guys fighting over a comb. No one cares.
Yep, exactly. I've heard that one too. That's a good one. But yeah,
Facts.
So I mean, I'm just looking forward to BO7. I'm just hoping that it doesn't have the same fate as BO6, because the beta for BO6 was great, all right? Like, it was a fantastic beta. But then when the game first came out, it wasn't that bad. But systematically, update after update after update, the game just started getting worse and worse and worse. And I remember from a casting perspective, I was getting so mad about Codcaster. Because, like, towards the end, for Season 5, for XP League in particular, because that was the only league that I did casting for towards the end after like EWC or whatever, or like around that time, you couldn't have the mini map up for Hardpoint. Like, you remember that, Crunch? How freaking annoying that was? Oh my god.
The game was just broken, and it's like, all right.
It's like, what do we do, guys?
So if you want
What's
my
going on?
honest opinion, I would rather go back to where they had. I wish they remastered Black Ops, just for shits and giggles. But it's like Black Ops is like one of my personal favorite Call of Duty games. Period.
Yeah.
I wish they would just. And some of the maps are kind of hard not to argue that they had some of the best map features. Period. That in the original Modern Warfare 2.
Oh hell yeah. See, like Black Ops 1 was the first COD that I personally played that was like online, cuz like I played MW2 and World at War on my brother's Xbox, but I never really played it like on my own Xbox. Like I would just sneak it whenever he wasn't playing. So I kind of unfortunately missed out on the peak MW2 era of COD, at least for the most part, but Black Ops 1 was my first COD, and I remember one of my favorite maps on that game in general was when they released Hazard, which was the remastered version, or like a reimagined version of Cliffside. Do you guys remember that map at all?
Sort
Somewhat.
of, but one of my favorite maps was actually Firing Range from the original Black Ops. But it's like
Firing Range is a
I-
classic.
Always a classic.
I joined playing Call of Duty around the time that the first Modern Warfare 2 came out, because I got it when PS3 had just come out, or it had been out for like at least 6 months to a year. But I had the PS3 Slim when that dropped. So, well, when they were dropping Slim consoles, I had the 250 gig, and one of the first games my pops got me was Modern Warfare 2.
Hell yeah.
Of course, I popped in on Black Ops, the OG one, and then I had to switch to Xbox because some misfortune happened with my PlayStation. Thanks,
Well, not to
thankfully,
mention the
brother.
fact that, you know, PlayStation Network, at least because it was the height of the console wars, I still firmly believe that Xbox Network was just a lot more stable than the PlayStation Network. Here, go over that, give that to Mama.
Oh no, it was like I had an Xbox because of some misfortune that my brother had with my PlayStation. Let's just go with that.
No.
But it's like I ended up getting to play both versions of Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3 on the 360 and the PS3. Like, I would tell you personally that I couldn't tell you how many nights I spent with my homie at his place playing Modern Warfare 3 and doing the little swarm mode game mode that they had, where you had to survive wave after wave. And
Oh yeah, that was just survival. Yeah.
Survival mode, yeah. Like I made it to like wave 20 multiple times, and it was crazy because I've had to fight juggernauts like 3 times.
Yeah. No, that survival stuff got really crazy. Like I actually enjoyed the missions on MW2. Like the original, like you had the various missions of the difficulty levels and stuff. I remember
Oh yes.
I used to solo the mission where you had to defend, like, it wasn't the burger town, but it was the building across the street from it for the mission. Like, you had all the sentry guns and RPGs and LMGs. Like, I don't know if you really played the missions that much on MW2.
Well, you talking about, oh, I know exactly what mission
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
love that.
Dude, that one was so crazy because you had all the enemies. You had your sentry guns and
Yeah.
claymores. Like,
You're on top of the rooftop. They're coming from all sides. Love it.
yeah, it's so good. Like,
Black Ops was the greatest mode they've ever made, and then they took it away.
yeah, and then obviously but it's crazy too because then, you know, you had World at War, which introduced zombies. You then had the Spec Ops missions in MW2. You then went back to zombies for Black Ops 1, which I still firmly believe to this day, I don't care what anybody says, Kino der Toten is still like one of my favorite zombies maps of all time until BO2 comes out. And I still think the peak of zombies will always and forever be Origins. I think Origins, like if they were to remaster a Call of Duty right now and release it alongside BO7, like hypothetically, if they just shadow dropped BO2, that'd be amazing. Oh, did your tablet die, buddy? Oh, nice. But like, imagine if they shadow dropped a remastered BO2 with stable multiplayer and remastered zombies. Like, oh.
Well, because Black Ops 7 has it come out yet?
No, it's
Not
coming
yet.
out the 14th.
Very soon.
Alright, so here's what I would do if I was Activision and I wanted to keep everyone entertained for the better part of the holiday season. I would drop every single online map from the original 2 Black Ops and all the maps from Zombies. That includes like the Pentagon or White House map for zombies too, and I would be like, I would just drop it in, not as a freebie, but I would say pay like $19.99 for all those maps. Call it a day. See how many people bite.
Oh yeah. I mean, you realistically, especially if you remaster them, you could probably just make a standalone game for all zombies, like World at War all the way up to the newest one, even Exo Zombies. You know what I mean? Like if you were to just take everything zombies related and release it and just make it a $30 game, and it's all it is just zombies, and then you can play with your buddies. I know a lot of people that would probably purchase that more than if they were to just do multiplayer. Like I even joked about the idea one time, how funny would it be if like you could like there was a time traveling Call of Duty where you would then like for the multiplayer you would have weapons from all the way from like the Revolutionary War all the way up to like, you know, advanced warfare like Black Ops 3 timeline, which is like 2070 or whatever. Like imagine how funny it would be if you're in a futuristic COD and you just barrel stuff somebody with a Revolutionary era musket. Like, you know, that would just like tally ho lads and just barrel stuff them, dude. Like that would be freaking amazing. But it would probably also be really weird for competitive though too, thinking about it.
Well, to also be fair, it's like you shoot someone with a musket. Oh shit! I gotta reload.
Yeah, literally just. Well, I gotta take 15 seconds. Like imagine sleight of hand, just trying to like do the animation of shoving the ramrod down and everything. It'd be pretty crazy.
Taking the ramrod to Ram Ranch.
Yeah. Ram. Oh, jeez. That's a song that I think I've listened to too many times in the VG White version, like part of the Discord, because, you know, so here you go, Crunch. Here's another idea for you for Atlantis if you want to do it. If you want to make your, I don't know if you probably already do it, but for the Discord, it's the entire, every single part of the org has its own section in the Discord that only people in that like part, like if they have that role, they can view that category. So we obviously public stuff, but VG White obviously has their own thing, and we have a music bot in our Discord. The amount of times that I just casually listened to Ram Ranch, the song, because the boys are vibing listening to Ram Ranch for whatever reason when I join the call, freaking nuts, dude. So fun facts.
If you were okay.
Yeah. But no, I was just thinking too, because we're talking a little bit like low key about competitive stuff, and I was remembering my time when I tried to do competitive when they integrated game battles into World War II. You remember that? Yeah.
Wasn't game battles a part of MLG, and then they just absorbed it when Activision bought them out completely?
Yeah.
Pretty
much, yeah.
I still think that's a terrible idea that Activision did that, but then it's like the fact that MLG and all of them are still under the Activision like list of trademarks and now Microsoft owns them. I kind of feel like they have all the time in the world to bring it back, but it's like Microsoft just wants their blood money for that shit. It's actually kind of weird.
Well, I mean, MLG, like, that's always going to be a nostalgia thing, you know, for MLG, because World War II, I think, was either the first or second year that they introduced the CWL, the COD World League, because COD World League wasn't a thing until it was either I think it might have been AW. I think that's when they first started, because MLG was still a thing for like BO3 and stuff like that, but then they switched it to the COD World League for a few years, and then they switched it to the CDL with MW19, which I still personally think that out of all the CDL era CODs, so like MW19, I can't remember the one that came after it. What was after MW19? Was that
Cold War next?
Was it Cold War? Yeah. So then it was Cold War, Vanguard.
Vanguard, not big.
World War NW2 to NW3, Black Ops 6,
and Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. So like, I still think MW19 was probably the best CDL era COD in terms of just gameplay and everything about it, dude. Like the sniping, the Car 98 on MW19, and the game was just solid too. Like I don't know, like some people think I'm faded for that, but I freaking loved MW19. I didn't really play much Cold War. I know a lot of people really liked Cold War. I couldn't get into it. And then obviously Vanguard. Oof.
Yeah, Cold War and World War II were kind of my two personal favorite modern era Call of Duties. But then I kind of played a lot of Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I think it was maybe 3 or 2 that I have a lot of videos of in my YouTube channel. But I used to run that shit back with my older brother. But it's like I could play those games all day and never get tired of them. But then it's like Call of Duty back then was kind of like, even before the Activision buyout by Microsoft, you could tell that they put a lot of effort into the mechanisms of the game to make it to where it's like Cold War. You could tell that they put a lot of effort into the movements and all that stuff compared to like previous games where they had issues with movement and it's like reaction speed and all that other stuff. I don't know if you guys used to complain about that, but I used to think that Cold War was probably the smoothest game in terms of movement.
I just sucked at Cold War, so the movement was great, but I just sucked at it.
I didn't play Cold War much. Yeah, I just didn't. I mean, I didn't hate Cold War. I just didn't play it much.
Yeah,
I did hate Vanguard though. I was not a big fan of Vanguard.
I love Vanguard.
My little brother also plays COD, but he also said that Vanguard was not one of his favorites, but he liked it.
Wasn't my favorite, but I still played it. Wasn't my favorite though.
Yeah, he just couldn't get into the online because it seemed like the online was like half the times really loaded with people.
See, I liked Vanguard for one simple reason. Freaking the stupid little automaton or whatever, that 25 rapid fire assault rifle everybody used. I got a kick out of that thing. But the MP40 was busted. Like, in that game in particular, dude, the amount of highlights you see of people using the MP40, absolutely disgusting. But then obviously MW2, MW3, I really feel like, at least from a competitive perspective, MW2 and MW3 were really good. Like, I never really, like, even for, like, Black Ops 4, when because I started Veriphy back in August of 2018, so that was going into the BO4 season, and we competed in stuff in BO4, but, like, for a few years there, from BO4, so then obviously you had MW19, Cold War, like, yeah, there was stuff for those games, but it's not as big now. Like, I really feel like MW2 and MW3, like, the remakes really kind of kicked off a lot of online leagues, at least, because, I mean, like I said, back when I first started, there was the WIGS, I think it was the WIGS World League, or something like that, and I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but do you know what that is by chance, Crunch? The WIGS World League?
The WIGS say that one more time?
I think it's called, like, the WIGS World League or something like that. I don't know, like, it was ran by a guy who went by WIGS, and it was like it was an online league, and yeah, like that
it didn't last long if it was something then.
Yeah, no, it was only like for maybe 1 or 2 titles, if that, but yeah, like it was crazy because we were competing in a bunch of random ass leagues that only lasted for like maybe 2 or 3 seasons, and at the end, so what would have been season 4 of the XP League, we ended up competing in that for the first time, and then we've been in every season ever since, and then I started to branch out from XP to see like the ZGL and all these other leagues and stuff like that, but for at least in terms of my perspective, the amount of leagues that existed weren't that much back in like at the beginning of the CDL era that were at least stable, but now it's like we've had at least, you know, I would say probably MW3 for sure, and Black Ops 6. There's at least 2 to 3 now, even potentially 4 leagues that are all like really stable. Like they're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. And it makes it from a competitive perspective, it's amazing. But obviously too, you have roster mania, you know, and like it just happens at all levels. Like I kind of feel bad. I'm going to shout him out just because I wanted him to join, but I understand his situation. Kanwa and his team, they're not with Treaty 1 anymore from what I understand, or at the very least they're looking for a LAN, like a team to sponsor them for a LAN. And when you get into like the top 12, top 24 of challengers, you better hope to God that you're not somebody like me where you out-of-pocket finance everything with your org. You got to have some sponsors or backers, man, because a lot of those teams, like obviously they want to have the flights, the hotel, the team pass, and I'm just like, bro, I would love to drop $1,500 on you guys, but if I did that, A, my wife would kill me, and B, my bills wouldn't get paid. So I can't be doing that. But I told him, hey man, I'm not like the best I could do is maybe a team pass and jerseys, and I think I got ghosted. So RIP, but I totally get it. But it's like, it's crazy just in general, like with after EWC, even before BO7 was even announced for anything, you know, like there's still rosters that need to be announced. Like freaking Minnesota Rocker, my team, freaking made me so pissed, dude. They joked that they were going to be moving their headquarters to Berlin, Wisconsin, and they were going to have Packers colors and everything. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, I'm a Packers fan. I'm from Upper Michigan. I don't like supporting a Minnesota-based team because I'm, you know, like NFC North, you know what I mean? Like the rivalry. And then they're just like, nah, we're just G2 Minnesota. Sorry, guys. F the Packers. And I'm just like, oh, you guys are killing me, man. It's not cool. At least they're not the Bears.
Those whores.
Yeah. But no, with I'm just really excited for BO7 though, dude. Like genuinely, it's, you know, I'm really hoping that freaking Treyarch listened to everybody from BO6, because that game was poorly optimized. Like the amount of packet bursting that I'm getting when I'm hardwired into my internet and I don't have bad internet. Oh, most rage-inducing thing ever. I can only imagine what it would be like as the commissioner. All the tickets being made of people complaining about stuff.
Hey, that's just part of the job. That's part of the job.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, right?
Oh yeah, big bucks.
Confirmed, Crunch gets paid several $1,000s a year. No, I'm just kidding.
I got paid several $1,000s to do this. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, we'll be a different story right now.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
Getting paid to sit on your ass and run a COD league.
For real. Hello, you know.
Hell yeah. But no, well, you know, I was thinking too, so we were talking about like past CODs, you know, the reason I brought up World War II is you had like the headquarters, you know, and I just think that was an amazing thing with COD. But I was thinking about some of the maps, like, because they had the integration for GBs, and obviously not everybody's going to respect GAs on GBs, and I still think one of the best things ever was the USS Texas map, and there was nothing better than using a shotgun on that map. I don't know if you ever experienced USS Texas on World War II competitively, but there was just something about
I experienced it.
Shotgun City in the middle of the map.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm totally not a troll, I promise, but I do love my shotguns. I love my shotguns on COD. I mean, hell.
Before I started discovering how lethal LMGs could be when used properly.
AKA just sit in a corner with an LMG.
Oh, I don't go sitting in corners, brother. I just go out. I walk out. I slow walk, and I'll be like.
Yeah. It was like
I get a slow walk.
It's like,
you gotta watch my videos, you.
Yes. One of these days I'll go down the catalog. I try to watch everybody's videos that's in New York, but I get really sidetracked super easy, like ADHD, like a mother effer, you know. But no, well, like with an LMG, it reminds me of you ever use the LSAT target finder combo on BO2?
Oh Lord. Okay, buddy. Yeah, you're him. No, you're him.
That thing was so busted, it was insane. Good old-fashioned MW2 with the one-man army noob tubes. Like, if akimbo model 1887s, because you could have a shotgun as a secondary if you wanted to. Oof.
Primary gunfighter perk. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. It's so good. I used to obviously use the one-man army and noob tubes, but there was I think there was a perk that gave explosives more like explosion, like they do more damage. So I would just throw C4 at people, you know, or even worse, camp on random maps like in BO1. This is how scuffed I am. BO1, you guys remember the map Hotel by chance?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. So Hotel had 2 elevators on each side of the map that went up to a upper room where like people would like do window wars and stuff in. Well, with Hotel, because of Flak Jacket Pro being a thing, I used to double up on my C4, and I would put the C4 in the top of the elevator, and then I would wait to see if somebody went up in the elevator. And there's a desk that I would sit behind with an LMG. I would blow up the C4, and if they didn't die because they had Flak Jacket, they were literally 1 tap. And I would just camp in that room looking at the elevator, waiting for my C4 to go from the bottom floor to the upper floor. So, if you could get away with stuff like that in competitive, I'd be as good as Scump, dude. 100%.
Understatement.
If trolling was a competitive esport, I would probably win the X Games silver medal. Like, guaranteed. Like EMP grenades. Oh my god, dude, it's just scuffed. Like I could probably talk for an hour on a podcast about all the stupid shit that I've done for trolling people in Call of Duty. Like, oh, it's so much fun pissing people off.
A lot of our generation probably hasn't lived through the Xbox era where they would cuss at people, like the 16-year-old little boys or like the 12-year-olds would get into literal COD battles with pretty much us old folks, and then it's like, bro, y'all are trash.
Yeah. Or, you know, just having the token 12-year-old drop the hard ER.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but then it's like, at this point, you can't even do that without cancel culture being a thing.
Oh, yeah. Dude, like, some of the stuff that we watched as kids, even for me, dude, like, some of the jokes that they said on early SpongeBob, I don't think you get away with now. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
People haven't lived until you watch Team 4 Stars either Helsing Abridged or Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z Abridged is so good, too. Have you ever seen that,
How-
Crunch?
how's-
What?
You ever seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube?
Probably a long time ago.
Oh, man.
Basically, some of the callbacks to that have been very interesting, and I love Helsing Ultimate. Helsing Ultimate Abridged, that one was great, and they finished that one off, and they still got some stuff going on with you know, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, but they do something now. They just dropped a new episode for the villains, where they go after they die, called Home for Infinite Losers. I get a kick out of that shit because it's like, it's Cell, Frieza, the Ginyus. Somehow they throw Guru down there, and Raditz.
Oh, really?
Yes, and let's just say that hilarity ensures.
Oh, jeez.
And they had the German ogres too.
Oh my god. Well, it's like with Abridged stuff too. Like obviously DBZ Abridged is always classic. Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, classic. Like Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged is always gonna be so funny to me. Like, you know, Tristan with voicing like Barney. You know, there's that. But you know the money.
Joey with the Brooklyn accent. Yes.
Yeah, I know, it's so good. But like even nowadays, like there's still people doing that stuff. Like there's apparently an anime out there called Solo Leveling, and somebody made Abridged, and it's called Sister Leveling.
Oh my god! Yes.
Yeah, and like I never even
Yes!
I never even heard of that anime before. I never heard of Solo Leveling ever.
Oh,
So when I saw a clip of it on TikTok where it was sister leveling, and it's like the main character's like trying to, like his sister or something is trying to like get with them, I'm like, bro, is this a real anime, dude? Like, there's no way this is a legitimate anime. But yeah, but no, it was just an abridged version. But no, honest to God, dude, like, stuff's so crazy nowadays too. Like, you know, and especially right now for gaming too, like you have BO7 that's coming out in 12 days. So you got that. You have Battlefield 6, which personally for me, I've never understood the whole Battlefield versus Call of Duty thing. Personally for me, like, I love Battlefield with all my heart. I just think that it's two different games in my opinion. Like, you know, but Battlefield's been a hell of a lot of fun to play. So obviously Call of Duty's going to have a little bit of a big shoes to fill. But coming up in this next year for 2026, I know that obviously GTA 6 is supposed to drop. I'm not as excited
7.
about that. Or 7. Yeah, GTA
Just kidding,
7.
it's 6. It's 6. No, it's
Is
6.
it?
It's 6. I just wanted to fuck
I
with you.
thought it
It's
was
6. I
7.
just
Oh,
wanted-
you
No,
little
I
son
just
of
wanted to fuck
a
with you.
bitch. You mother
You
effer.
probably got tied up. You
That's
got
it.
tied up with COD.
That's it.
You can't have a GTA 7 without a 6, Yooper. Come on.
Hey man, I thought it was 7 for a second. You got me. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Next time I stream I'm a guest appearance in caster on the XP League Twitter or Twitch. I'm gonna drop the hard ER and cancel both of our asses.
No.
I'm gonna make sure that shit's clipped, and I'm gonna kill my career and the XP freaking Twitch. All right.
On the plan. Let me know. I'm down.
Hey.
But yeah.
You know what, babe? You can make fun of me for stuttering sometimes, but at least I don't sound like a cold start diesel. My wife's talking shit while I'm in the middle of freaking doing a podcast, man. Whatever. Can't have nothing, Detroit. That's exactly.
Well, back to the gaming at hand, though. I personally think that with me, I've been waiting at least a good 2-3 years for a decent Battlefield game, and I thought that, Battlefield 6 has lived up to its expectations.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
I just hate how the beta felt the worst possible times that I couldn't play it.
dude. That
I love the beta. The beta was beautiful during my.
the
I
beta
was
was crazy. Like I remember one time I logged on and it said like the queue was 550,000, and I still got in within like 2 minutes. I was like, holy crap!
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, man, dude, they are running up people like crazy. I mean, and I didn't have as many networking issues as I was expecting because, I played Battlefield 2042 and that was a freaking nightmare, even, for both beta and the actual game. But no,
yeah.
Battlefield's been great, dude. Like, I also found out too that because I was playing Battlefield one day and it kept the graphics were really being weird for me. And I did some research, and for the longest time, so Crunch, you're going to get a kick out of this more than anything, because you know how much I've been bitching about how I'm stuck on a 60 hertz monitor, right? So I found out, so this Acer monitor that I have for my main gaming monitor, when I got it, it was advertised for being 144 frame rate, like hertz, right, and for refresh rate. So I didn't know this, but apparently the reason why I'm stuck at 60, it's because I'm using an HDMI to HDMI and not DisplayPort to DisplayPort. And apparently, in order to unlock higher hertz, like, frame rates stuff, like refresh rate, you need a DisplayPort. Did you guys happen to know that, or am I just dumb?
I think you're just so slow.
I kind of noticed that, but it's like for me, I don't do a lot of PC gaming. Most of my stuff is like I run my PlayStation or my Nintendo Switch through my Elgato HD60S, and I basically stream all my games from there.
Cause yeah, like I was feeling like a dumbass. I ordered a DisplayPort. We're gonna see. I'm not gonna lie, if me getting the DisplayPort cord, cause I'm using an HDMI to DisplayPort, which is probably even worse. But if I get a DisplayPort to DisplayPort, and I get a 144 refresh rate, probably going to A, be mad, but also be happy, because trying to play Battlefield, on a 60 hertz frame rate or refresh rate, it's not that good. But I also do a lot of sniping though, so I don't really do like a lot of fast-paced stuff. So I'm one of those recon goobers that's in the back of the map for a little bit,
I feel that, but the funny thing is that my brother is playing on a PS5, and we have very, very excellent internet because I go through AT&T fiber optic. Thank God
there you go.
But it's like I only pay $100-something for my internet, but it's like we also run a mesh network, so everything in our house is the smoothest internet that we could possibly get. My brother and I have all of our main stuff, like my computer, my PS5, his PS5, all hardwired in to the main router. But it's like my brother has the highest one of the highest KDR ratios, or it's like headshot accuracy. He's like top in the country right now in Battlefield.
I don't blame him, dude. I got Spectrum. Not to dog one on Spectrum, but if you know, you know. But
well, trust me, before we had AT&T, we had Cox.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Cox sucks baby cocks. No pun intended.
Yeah, they're not the greatest either. They're kind of rough too. But yeah,
Yeah, their customer service is atrocious. But yes, internet does make a huge difference.
unfortunately, we're never gonna get
Drastically.
sponsored by Cox Internet now, Rocky. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. you know what we
Well-
gotta get for a sponsor for the podcast if we get big enough. You don't want to know how we got. You know how we got here. You know, like how we're gonna be doing good. We're gonna get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends and Blue Chew. Those are gonna be the two. Those are gonna be the two sponsors. So, like, if we get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends and Blue Chew, I think we're living high off the hog.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well-
because every freaking podcast is apparently sponsored by Blue Chew nowadays. Kind of like back in the day, every YouTuber was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. But no, just real quick though, just because I know that we started the podcast late because of technical difficulties, totally not because of my own reason. I'm just gonna,
Ineptitude.
huh?
You mean ineptitude?
Yes. First time doing this in quite a while, so obviously it's gonna be tough. But no, I just guess if you guys have any closing comments on anything, just because I want to keep it at about an hour, and you know, obviously I promised my wife that I was gonna be done at 7, and you know we got to cook some dinner and get this little guy to bed. No, I did. I screwed up the first 15 minutes. It's not her
Hey, it happens,
fault.
brother.
But you guys have any closing arguments on any, or closing arguments? Do you have any closing comments on anything just that we talked about, or just anything you guys want to promote for yourselves? Because obviously, you know, Crunch with the XP League and Atlantis, and obviously Rocky doing content creation.
Other than the fact, XP signups are live. Go get your teams in there. Let's go. Season starts the 30th.
How much is it?
$50 buy-in. It is a $50 buy-in.
How come you guys raised it $10 just out of curiosity?
Bigger prize pool, more money.
I mean, that's valid.
Players want to win more. Well, you're gonna enter in more. Then I mean, that's just what you want.
Are you still gonna be doing the whole teams that win? They have to, like, they can't have the same team again.
Yes, that rule is still in effect.
So who won last season?
It was Hyde and Nate and them on a zoned out, and they're no longer playing online leagues now. That all 4 of them are gone.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, because I think
Yeah,
they're
it's
going to be
over.
starting challengers, right?
yep, yes they are.
Oh, hell yeah. No, Hyde and them, dude, if they don't get picked up by a major organization, that's just bogus, honestly. Because those
They're already
guys-
signed.
Who did they
Hyde
sign
and
with?
Nate are already signed. They're staying with Omit.
Oh, they're with Omit? Okay, that makes sense. Well, all of Omit ended up going their separate ways, too, because I think 2 of them are actually a part of actual CDL teams now.
Well,
I think.
Craze and Mamba, yeah, are gonna get picked up here. Yeah,
Yeah, there's rumors that they're actually going to be in Rocker.
there is rumors about that. Yep,
I'm kind of curious how that's going to go.
we'll find out.
But yeah, other than that, Rocky, you got anything else to add?
Besides, please don't get assigned to Blue Chew for sponsorships. Basically, I don't know if y'all have been following me on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter, but I am going to drop an announcement tomorrow when I stream. But I did just hit 200,000 views on my latest YouTube short,
Congrats,
and I
man. That's
may
a
be
lot.
running back. I'm maybe running a contest or a giveaway again, maybe in the near future, because the last one kind of bombed.
I hear that. Yeah, that's probably one of the things we're going to do, too, just to try to get more interest in the podcast. I'm going to get my crap together and actually prepare. I have a pretty bad tendency, just like in high school. Whenever I had a speech in English class, I just winged it. And so obviously this is going to, in order for it to be more cohesive and, you know, all that, obviously make sure I got my crap together. So, but one of the things we're thinking about doing, and obviously you can let us know in the YouTube video, because I'm going to take this and post it to YouTube, but we're looking at potentially doing giveaways too of like Rogue Starter kits, you know, Veriphy t-shirts, you know, stuff like that. So obviously today was a little bit rough, but we got her done. I appreciate you, Crunch, for being here, because I know that it was a little bit touch and go there for the first 15 minutes, but you know, we did it. We got there. It wasn't pretty, but we got there. So